Okay, as you can see, we are back in the truck shop, and again, hoping this angle is good because you can't get it perfect all the time. But you probably noticed a different backdrop than normally. There's normally grass and stuff. Well, I've had to move because ticks are starting to become active, and it's a whole ordeal. Anyways, yeah, so I've had to move, but that's okay. Today we're going to be doing something a little special, and I'm hoping that this goes well, because if it doesn't, then I'll be kind of sad and I wasted 40 bucks. But as you can see, we got a pair of new handlebars. So these handlebars I found on Marketplace for 40 bucks. I've been looking for the past few months to see if I could find some affordable pro taper handlebars that would fit on the Grom, and I came across this one ad finally for these 7/8 pro taper SE bars. These are the Carmichaels, and Carmichael edition in silver, and as far as I'm concerned, like, bar width and diameter is roughly the same, as far as I'm concerned. The ad said these came off KX50 or KX65 or something like that, which is a much smaller bike, but I do believe these will still fit, hopefully. If they don't, then I obviously just got to put these back on, and I've wasted 40 bucks. So we're gonna get to disassembling this, taking everything off, which is gonna be fun. Okay, so we need tools to unscrew everything. I'm gonna take the clutch lever off, so I need my Allen keys. And don't mind my sniffling, I'm a little sick. I apologize, but it is what it is. Unscrew that. Nice and easy. It is quite hot today, I'm gonna be honest, so if I don't get this, or if I'm not talking very much, it's because I'm sweating like a pig. And I'm trying not to just die, because I do not do well with heat. Like, I really don't. Alright, let me take this one out. Got no spacers, it's good. Just plops off. And we're just gonna let that hang freely. I'm gonna put these, where's my tray? My little bolt tray. There it is. We got these two bolts still just sticking in here. I think these are from one of the VFRs or something. Actually, those might be from a license plate. Can you get out of here? Okay. My tool chest is kind of coming apart, I'll be honest. I'm gonna leave this with that so I know where those came from. Let me see how this feels over the existing bar that we're using. Should fit, hopefully. As I said, we're gonna get it on, and then we're just gonna kind of go from there. So next, if we do one side at a time, I'm not exactly sure. Oh, this was the clutch sensor thing that I took off, because this clutch does not have place for that. These have a screw in them, I believe it said. 2 Phillips head screws. The funny part is, I've watched this process done so many times on YouTube. You'd think I just kind of know how to do it, but I in fact do not. Well, I do, but like, it's not like I know how to do it off the top of my head, you know? Okay, that's out. It's got a washer on it. That's interesting. Can I pry this apart now? No, I think I have to do the other one. To straighten my bars. That would happen if I didn't loosen it first like an idiot. Should have just loosened it. Took it off completely. Where is the screw head, bro? I'm a little lost here. Oh, why couldn't I feel it? Because it was already loose, that's why. Normally there's resistance because the screw's actually in properly. This one was just kind of loosely in there. As I said, I hope the angle's good. I won't know until obviously I edit it, but it is what it is. Alright, this comes apart. Looks like there's a wire. Oh, okay, it comes apart from the bottom. Alright. Also, this zip tie. Is this a reusable zip tie? I believe it is, because it's got a little lip. So we'll keep that in view so we can... I'd put gloves on, honestly. I do normally work with gloves. You guys should know that. For the most part, I do. I keep a box of nitrile gloves in the truck at all times. Oh, look. I knew this was coming off. I seen it. Son of a gun. My indicator is not sticking. Oh, let me have a gander at my vinyl to make sure it's staying. So I'm just hoping this heat didn't make it peel or anything. So that would be annoying. No, it's still pretty good. I might have to put some adhesive on this to make sure it sticks better. Whatever. Or I should just stop riding through friggin' rain and muck. That might also help. Okay, there's a Phillips head here too, and I got a bunch of mud in this screw head. Oh my gosh. Hold on, let me not strip that. I'm gonna scrape it out. I need a bigger Phillips head. That thing is huge. That thing is humongo. Maybe I should use a flathead. Is this too big? That is way too big. Oh my gosh. Let me try a flathead. Oh my god, this one's so tight. Bro, what the hell? That bar and screw doesn't want to come off. That's not good at all. That's not good at all. Let me try the Phillips head again. I don't own any other screwdrivers. Holy shit, I think I'm gonna have to try and cut them off. I thought this was gonna be a simple job. Try and get this off over it. See, the only reason I'm trying to get the grips off is because I don't own any other grips. And it would be problematic for me if I didn't have The grips, like, holy shit. Also, I know I'm only now just realizing this, but I didn't have to get this side off. I think not getting this side off will prove problematic, so I will have to try and take it out or cut it off, whatever, because yeah, I literally won't be able to get the throttle tube off without doing that, right? Because the throttle tube has no adjustment. I can't slide it out over that. Okay, so left side is done. As you can see, we've got the left side off. I do gotta get these caps off. I don't remember how. Ouch, scraped myself. I'm so sweaty, it's so gross. That one went flying. Holy. Okay. Here goes the caps. We don't need this right now. I'm gonna try the flat head in the right side, because if I can get this off, that'll save me so much trouble. Oh jeez, it slipped out. That's so scary. Bro, that's so shitty. Why does it not move? I'm just ruining it. I can't do it. Can I try and grab it, like the entire thing? Oh, look at that. All I have to do is grab the out of it and it would come off. That's insane. I just had to use these locking pliers and it loosened it. That's really disappointing, because you should just be able to take this out with just the what's it called? Or just loosen it with the screwdriver like it's meant to be. Oh my god, okay. What else do I have to do? I gotta take this mirror and brake lever off. I need my wrench. When I say wrench, I mean ratchet set. Need a place for that. If I sound defeated and low energy, it's because I am. That's why I eat Nutri-Grain strawberry. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. If I am to eat any Nutri-Grain bars, my favorite is apple. Apple is probably my go-to. I think I'll need the small one for this. Small and like what is this? 1/4. I think that's too small. Yeah. How about a half? Do these go bigger or smaller? I think they go bigger. This is 730. This is smaller, isn't it? I'm gonna go this side. Oh, that feels too small. This is 6. I think that's the same thing, just a different metric. Let me go upwards to these guys here. Bro, I see why people get external friggin' holders for these, because oh my god, putting them in and out of this is a real pain in the butt. Oh my gosh. This is 932s, and that's not even the right size. I need one size bigger. Like I have half of mine just to put them in there loosely and kind of rummage around in them. I swear to God, I really don't care at this point. I really don't care at this point. I love organization, trust me, I do. That's 5/16. And I wouldn't be able to stand having them kind of loosely, but with the way these kind of they make these cases, it makes it so difficult. It makes it so very difficult to put them in and out. What just happened? It just changed my loosening direction to tightening. That was crazy. I didn't even touch it. Okay, that one's out. Next. Okay, we got those out. Okay, this bracket is off. It's got an upwards direction on it because that's, I guess, important. Okay. Move this. As I said, I was gonna try to remove this mirror, but it doesn't seem to want to go anywhere. Let's just lift it up instead. Oh, there's a wire attached to this whole system. Hold on. Okay. We're gonna have to remove this first before we do anything. Okay. Let me just put this here for now. So we'll have to come back to that. Where's my screwdriver? Do. Okay. Try and get this bottom one first this time. See, there was tension on that one because it was actually tightened. Come on. I enjoy doing this kind of work, like modifications, adding, removing stuff, and just maintenance in general, because being hands-on with the bike, just anything really, it's really pleasant. Is that grease or is that, yeah, that's a bit of grease, huh? Put grease on the throttle cable, or where the throttle cable sort of grinds against the plastic. That's interesting. Okay, so the throttle tube comes out and off with the housing, and off. Okay, yeah, that's interesting, because the housing, before I got rudely interrupted because my GoPro overheated. It is too hot today. I guess I can't use the GoPro today, but that's okay. I was saying that, yeah, because this housing of the throttle tube is plastic, they put grease on the little places where the throttle cable sort of rubs against, where those little pucks are, the ends of the throttle cable. So that was kind of interesting. But as I need to do, because I've seen in the other creations, or I guess modifications I should say, there's a hole on this side, on the back side of the bar, for this little thing here, this thing here, so it kind of holds the throttle tube in place and makes it so obviously it doesn't move when you twist the throttle. I believe it's only on that side. Yeah, well, oh no, there's one on this side too, but honestly I don't think it really matters, because This one was more for this housing, but this housing, I mean, it isn't really going anywhere. Like, it's not really that important. Everything on here isn't really too important, so I was thinking of just putting it near the middle. Just kind of letting it sit there. Because so long as it's on the handlebars, it'll be fine. But, yeah. As much as I want to do this as I was with the GoPro and everything, sort of POV, unfortunately it's going to be like previous mechanic updates or videos, and I'm going to have to do this and update y'all after I've done the step. So I'm going to take the handlebars off now, and I will get back to y'all when that's done. And just like that, the handlebars are off. Look at that. Amazing. These ones got some sort of like notch in them, which is weird. As you can see though, comparatively, Carmichael, the Pro Taper ones are just significantly longer, which I'm okay with. I don't think it's really problematic because wider grip is fine with me, but we'll just see how this works initially. I actually get to use the spray adhesive that I brought over because this is exactly what I was going to use it for. If you remember, if you were one of the people who watched my previous videos where I mentioned it, and I talked about doing the handlebar modification, so that's good. That should work just fine for throwing a grip on. Even with this sort of groove thing, it might just be fine. But one thing I will have to do is drill that hole in the throttle tube. So one thing I learned from those videos that I watched was to put a bit of tape around where it goes on, and then press down, put it on and press down the thing, this little housing on it, so you know where to drill the hole, and then you just kind of drill the hole. Alright, so as you can see, I got the handlebars on. Got them in a place that I like. They've got a bit of a creak to them because I think it's just, I mean, they're obviously not designed for this. I'm not sure if you can hear that. I think all it is because it's this texture and the metal it is kind of rubbing against these spacers is all. The brackets. So that's okay. I've been kind of trying to figure out where to put this button switch, and I think I'm going to stick it right here because, again, it serves no purpose right now, and it's kind of get it out of the way sort of thing. So I think I'm just going to do one screw in the top and see if I can't get one in the bottom. We'll see. I'm going to try and stick it on here though, and then I'm going to put the clutch on, and then I'm going to go over to the throttle side. Yeah. And I'll get back to y'all once I've figured out this left side. As you can see, it's all pretty much on, almost done. So I did manage to get the left switch gear on the center. It's sturdy. I've zip tied these cables up to the middle here. It's still holding pretty well, hasn't moved. I got the throttle tube on with the hole drilled, so it is not moving. So that's good. It's all secured on there. I just have to put the brake lever back on, and then I just secured the left handlebar grip with that spray adhesive that I was talking about there, that Elmer's spray adhesive. And I mean, it's working pretty well. Oh, I lied. Well, okay, to be fair, it's not meant to be like, it's not an entirely permanent application, you know. It's more of a, I guess, temporary in a way. But I'm hoping that I can find something a little more permanent. I'm not quite sure what I would use, but we'll figure that out later. For now, I mean, it works. Honestly, I even thought about just using it without the grip because it's got that little bit on the end here, because it kind of works like that too. It works okay with that, but for what I'm using it for, honestly, I don't think it's a huge deal. If it turns out that it's problematic, I will find some sort of spray glue or something that I can just redo it with, which will be better. But for the time being, since I have the spray adhesive, I'm going to use that. Right now, I just need to get the brake lever back on, and then I'm going to adjust my clutch here because I'm trying to get it in the right position for most comfort and functionality. But yeah, that's literally all I have left to do, so I'm going to do that now. Alrighty, it is done. It works. I'm super pleased with it. I won't be able to take it out just yet, but hopefully soon, because I would like to get back into the lot, because this will make my practice just that much easier. I say easier because I was more concerned about like my handlebars bending. Like, these stock ones are known to bend when you drop the bike in wheelies, especially on these Groms. So I was a little concerned about that. That was kind of my main concern when practicing wheelies. So this should work much better. Again, these are Pro Tapers SE Carmichael edition. Should work just fine. I will say, I think my throttle tube's a little like tilted back, so I mean, it's okay. Like, I'm not really too actually, you know what, I notice it. I'm noticing now just that my ignition is kind of down here. Again, this is not a huge deal. It just means my like full pin, like if I'm going from here to full pin, I'm like full tuck basically. But I think in a wheelie, this is going to be okay, because this, we don't want to give it too much throttle, and more like we don't want it to, I don't know, I just think it'll be better like this. That's just me though. Again, I wasn't really looking at any specifics, but I'm just going to turn it on, make sure everything still works, make sure all the, everything still works. Yep. High beams still work. Everything's good. Anyways, I mean, I can't really adjust this because I don't want to have to drill another hole. But I will note yes, it is a bit out of place. But it's okay. It's okay. Now it smells like gas in here. But now it looks like a more proper stunt bike, and I'm happy with it. Super duper happy. Look at this from the front. Yeah. And from the back. Yeah. Jeez. Okay. But anyways, I think I'm done here. I literally did all I came to do. It was just this one thing, and I was hoping that it would work, and it worked. So I'm going to get out of here. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to go home and rest. Okay, sorry, I got a call before I was rudely interrupted though. It's basically saying, yeah, I'm done here. I've done all I needed to do today, and I'm going to head out. I appreciate y'all for sticking around. I'm Kind of upset that my GoPro overheated because it's gotten cooler now and it's not as hot, but it is what it is. Friggin' GoPros, man. Gotta love it. I love GoPros, true. I really do, but that overheating issue's really got to be dealt with. Like, seriously. I've had years and years. We're at GoPro 13 now, and they haven't dealt with that. If you guys are enjoying the video so far, definitely hit the like button and consider subscribing, because I make some pretty cool content. So definitely do that. Issue, man, it's crazy. Anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. Appreciate y'all. I'm done.